Let me ask a question here. What caused the solar eclipse? Anybody?
The moon in front of the sun?
Very good, the moon in front of the sun, so the moon blocking the sun. That's good. And that happens at what phase? What is the phase of the moon during that period when the moon come in front of the sun and block it?
The new moon?
That's the new moon. Very good. You get extra slice of pizza. All right. So that happens during the new moon. Now my question to you also is about how come the moon block the sun? I mean, the size of the sun is much bigger than the size of the moon, right? The sun is like 400 times bigger than the moon. So how can the moon actually block the sun? Any idea?
It's closer to us.
The moon is much closer to us. Very good. So let me put it in a scale that maybe we can understand here. If the sun is the size of my basketball here, that's around 10 inch across, okay, 9.5 to be exact. What would be the size of the Earth? If this is the sun, what would be the equivalent scale of the size of the Earth in that case? Let me give you some choices here. Would it be like a tennis ball? Or a table tennis ball? Or maybe a marble ball?
Marble.
Or maybe smaller?
Marble?
Actually, it will be much smaller. The sun is 100 times bigger than the Earth in terms of diameter. So if the sun is the size of a basketball, the Earth will be a size of a grain of salt, okay, grain of salt, or a grain of sand, okay, to be exact. So it will be much, much smaller. Now the moon is 4 times smaller than the Earth. So if the sun is the size of a basketball, the Earth is the size of a grain of sand, the moon would be the size of a pinhead, okay, much smaller. So this pinhead is able to block this entire basketball. How come? Again, I'm trying to make sense out of it. Now, if you imagine the Earth is here, where I'm standing, okay, the Earth is here. Based upon the scale that the sun is the size of a basketball and the Earth is a grain of sand, if the Earth is here, where would be the sun located? How many miles away from here would it be located? Like, would it be, for example, at the end of this room? Would it be at the parking lot? Maybe close to the southeast campus? Maybe Tulsa Zoo? Where do you think the sun would be, based upon this scale? If the sun is the size of basketball.
Across the room.
Across the room. Anybody else can make a guess? Anybody think it's at Tulsa Zoo? Actually, it will be at the location of Tulsa Zoo, around 15.5 miles away from here. I looked it up. That's Tulsa Zoo. Okay, so if the Earth is here, based upon this scale, the basketball, which is the sun, will be at Tulsa Zoo. Yet, of course, the light will reach us because the sun is not a flashlight. The sun has nuclear fusion taking place inside its core, so it produces a huge amount of energy. Okay, and based upon this scale, if the Earth is here at my location where I'm standing, where would be the moon? We said the sun would be at Tulsa Zoo all the way. Where would be the moon? Across the room. Actually, it would be around 13.5 feet away from where I'm standing. So it would be close to your location there. So this would be the Earth. The moon would be at your location there. And the sun would be all the way 15.5 miles away at Tulsa Zoo. Okay? Yet this pinhead, which is the moon, is able to block the sun because the sun is much further away. In real life, the sun is 93 million miles away from us, while the moon is 240,000 miles away from us. So The sun is 400 times further than the moon. But it happens that also the moon is 400 times, so it's perfect. The size of the moon that we see is very much equal to the size of the sun according to our position. In the sky, we see the moon and the sun almost the same size. That's why the moon is able to completely block the sun at the totality position. Of course, here in Tulsa, we will not be exactly in the path of totality, but we'll see a significant solar eclipse, 80% almost. So we'll see a crescent sun, so that's good news. All right, any questions, guys?
Thank you.
All good? All right, thank you for listening.